Hi there and welcome to the EWC. Today I'll be sharing with you an essential skill that every watch collector should know. It's a skill that will save you a ton of money. Here's how to change a watch battery. This skill is really useful, especially if you own a whole lot of affordable quartz watches. It'll work with most watches in the affordable end. It probably does work with watches on the higher end as well, although I don't recommend tampering with some of the more high-end cases and movements. But for the affordable sector, this is a great time saver and money saver. All you really need are a few tools and a bit of practice, and you'll have this skill down to change as many batteries as you need. So before we begin, I want to share with you a watch that I've got on wrist. This, as you may have seen, is the Pagani Design Submariner Hulk Homage that I reviewed and unboxed on this channel previously. I've since changed the strap to this Captain Willard waffle strap as featured in the movie Apocalypse Now. I think the silicone makes it a whole lot more comfortable and wearable in the summer, but it changes the look quite a bit. Let me know what you think of this combination down in the comments. So without further ado, let's get into the process of how I change a battery in a simple quartz watch. Okay, so here we are with a Bulova Marine Star quartz chronograph watch. We have a few tools here that we'll need. I have a spring bar tool, a case back remover tool, and a case holder. Now all three of these tools I got from this watch kit, as you can see. It's a simple kit that I just bought off AliExpress. It contains some very basic tools that every watch enthusiast should have in his collection. These can range from $10, $15 up to $30. You can buy them off Amazon or off AliExpress. Really, they all look the same. They all feel more or less the same. I reckon they all come from the same factory or the one across the street. So go ahead, find one that's cheap, find one with good reviews, and grab yourself one so you can perform this repair as well. So let's get right to it. Here is the watch. The first thing we want to do is get access to that case back. If you have a strap, you can just open up the strap or remove it if you really want to. In this case, I have a bracelet, so I'll be opening that up using the spring bar tool. So we won't be needing this tool for a while, so I'll set that aside. Same with this spring bar. And I'm going to place this watch on this holder now. Just like so. And I'll use this knob over here to tighten it. Alright. Now we can open up the case back using this case back opener. This one is a screw-in case back, which is why I'm using this tool. For press case backs, push case backs, you can use something called a case back knife, which I also had in that kit I showed you earlier. There are various tools very similar to a case back knife you could use as well, but I'm just going to be showing you this one right now. So essentially what you want to do is line up these three prongs with points around the case back and twist it open. Once you feel it's nice and tight, just twist it open like so. And there we go. As we can see on the case back, we have Hong Kong Bulova, very interesting. And here is the movement. As you can see, we have a simple quartz chronograph movement made by Miyota, which makes sense since this is a Japanese watch, Bulova, under the Citizen Group, which also owns Miyota. So we have the battery right there. What you want to do at this point is just have a look at what battery is in there. You can see it reads SR621SW. All you have to do is just search that up online. You can try to purchase one of those exact batteries, or you can purchase an equivalent.
such as this AG1 battery that I had on hand. So it's also called AG1 or LR621. It's all the same as long as you find one that's equivalent. So now we just need to remove that battery. You can use a variety of tools to do that, such as tweezers or screwdriver. I'm just going to use the spring bar tool, but be very careful not to damage any of the parts of the movement. There you go, nice and secure. So I'm just going to put the case back right on now, as such. I'm going to twist it in with my fingers a little bit, if I can. This one's a little bit stubborn. Usually you could twist it a bit with your fingers, but you could also just use the case back tool as well. You would want to use it anyways just to make sure that the case back end is nice and tight. Okay, so once you're confident that it's nice and tight, you can remove it from the holder and have a look at your now ticking quartz watch. So I'm just going to test out all the functions to make sure all is good. I'm going to start with the crown operation. Pull it out, it hacks, press it back in, it ticks. I can set the time as well. Very nice. I will test out the chronograph as well. You can see the chronograph is ticking away perfectly. Let's stop it, reset. All is good. So we now have a functioning quartz chronograph. The last step is just to put the bracelet back on. I'm going to move all these tools out of the way since we won't need them anymore. Back to the spring bar tool and the spring bar. And we are all good. Let's get this guy on wrist. There we go. All is done.
Alright, there you have it. That is how I change a battery in a simple quartz watch. As you saw, I changed the battery in a Bulova Marine Star chronograph. This works with non-chronograph watches as well. As I mentioned in the intro, a whole lot of affordable watches have very similar quartz mechanisms, so you can basically just replicate the process with whatever watch you want to change the battery in. I do want to note though that I am not a watchmaker, nor do I have any professional training in working with watches. So all of this is just based on my experience and looking around to see how other people change batteries. Let me know if there's something that I may have done wrong or something that I could improve on. Down in the comments, tell me all about your experiences with changing batteries and watches. I'm always open to learning more. So thank you very much for watching this video. I would like to hint that I will be reviewing that Bulova Marine Star in a future video. Really, it's a pretty standard Bulova chronograph that you'll find on the affordable market, but it does have one very interesting element to it. It's made of titanium. So we'll be discussing all about the pros and cons of titanium watches in that review video. See you until then.
Thank you very much for watching the Everyday Watch Collector. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel to help others find our videos as well. It really means a lot to me personally and goes a long way to helping the channel grow. Cheers.